Hello and welcome to another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and I'm here to let you know that this is a not safe for work podcast. We are teachers at the end of the week and really the end of our ropes, and we'd like to be able to talk honestly and openly about education, without, having to worry about losing our jobs. So we'll be working with pseudonyms all throughout the episode, hence the Elvis. That's not really my name. I'd like to thank all of our sponsor patrons over at Patreon. That's right, if you're a fan of this podcast, if you like it and want to hear more, sign up for our Patreon. There's only over 95 additional episodes, audio content that can only be found on there. It's pretty amazing. It also gives you access to a great Facebook community. We have like 60 or 70 of us in there, and it's awesome. Teachers come there and they respond in kind. I really like the group of people we have assembled there. And also, we have coming up a movie watch party. We're going to be watching Dazed Confused this Friday, May 27th. You should listen and tune in. You can only do that if you're a member of the Patreon. It'll be me and Space Pain is going to be hanging out, and we're going to be doing this from my place. It's going to be awesome. And now, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Here we go, all of our Patreon patrons. We like to thank Miss Entropy, Princess Buttercup, Dragon Lady, Sunday L, Kelsey, Nicole B, Shannon E, Helena C, Aaron B, Stephanie S, Maggie M, Texas Teacher Kristen, Miss Sunshine, Hattie F, James Nally J, Jody D, Samantha D, Lisa C, Rachel, Jin Genie, Exhausted Band Director, Kimberly K, Kim K, Jessica A, Swivel F Owners, Amanda F, Ariana L, Physics Runner, Steph, Science Teach 17, Michael M, William P, Sarah O, Aldrich T, The Scorpionita, Britt M, Iron Swine, Noel R, Teresa H, Biker Teach, Marsha M, Christina B, Miss Alabama, Kristen B, Jason F, Amber H, Abby B, Sarah B, Regina N, Josie S, Sam B, Lucy P, Mary E, Jamie B, Red Violin, Kristen W, Vanessa J, Mary C, RJR, Kristen C, Johanna H, Space Panties, Irma A, Nimmy, Melissa M, and Sarah N. Woo, that's a mouthful. Thanks to all of those patrons. Woo! I'd also like to thank our other sponsor, Lud Lamb Dramatics. If you are a theater teacher or you know one in your building, go to ludlamdramatics.com because they have the best and only good source in America for educational theater resources. You want theater-specific classroom posters? Boom, Ludlam Dramatics has it. You need to go check them out. All right, friends. It's time to do this episode. We recorded this last Sunday, and of course this afternoon we were hit with the terrible news about another school shooting at an elementary school 10 days after the Buffalo shooting. I can't bring myself to talk about it other than what I just did there. It's just too painful. It just sucks on all levels, and a lot of this stuff could be nipped in the bud. So, I want you to know we've thought about it, but I just don't want to talk about it for an episode. So we have this instead. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little lighter. Anyway, peace, love, take care of yourselves. Summer's almost here. Love you guys. Why we love her.
Balls, 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 balls.
And welcome to Teacher Need a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and today I am joined by Wayne Kurr.
Oh, balls.
And also today, after a long absence, Miss Sparkles.
Hey, y'all.
And also after an even longer absence, Miss Shirley Temper.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
And last but not least, also joining us is the wonderful Bunny O'Hare.
Hey, Elvis. Hey, folks.
The secret is to
guys,
your nose.
I am glad to hear you. I am pretty much done with school for the year. I've got since I do lots of schools, I've got 2 little schools that I'm going to be working at for the next week or 2 before I go on vacation and then before I disappear and do all the summer stuff. But I'm kind of done and I am loving it. It didn't really hit me till yesterday. And I came home and I might have had a gummy and I laid in bed and I worked out with the kids and I played around and it was just kind of oh, I'm on vacation. I can chill. Life is good right now. And I'm looking forward to the summer. Now, I'm going to have to hustle for money and some other stuff, but I'm capable. But how's it going for you guys? Miss Sparkles, it's been a minute. What's up with you?
I have a day and a half of school left, which is very exciting. And then I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm I'm going to be a campus-based instructional technologist. So I'm going to be working with teachers, but not with children, which is great. But I'm still applying for corporate jobs. So I might quit that job if I get one of those other jobs.
Sweet. Okay, good. So you have a job. You're not just like...
I have a job, but
good for you.
It does not involve working with children anymore. And I'm pumped.
Congratulations, Miss Sparkles.
Thank you.
And Wayne, how are things going with you?
I am done. D-U-N, done. So don't even care that I'm misspelling things. Finished on Friday. We had to go in for a little bit of stuff on Saturday.
And then, Shirley, what's been going on the last month? It's been a minute.
It's been a crazy time trying to take care of myself, which I do not do a good job of doing according to my awesome therapist. So I'm really been focused on gardening, which is my big thing right now. It makes me so happy. And I haven't started cooking yet, but summer's coming. I do love to cook. I have this week, and then I have to come in next Tuesday for a work day, which is bullshit.
Ew.
Yeah, but I have some stuff to like clean up and organize, so it's okay.
Nobody likes work days.
No, but it's nice that the last day of school for the kids is my birthday, and they're all sweet about it. So, could be worse.
Bunny, how are things going with you?
It's, we are 5 days to the end of the year, and there are certain students that I am counting the minutes of time that I will not have to see them again for however many days. We had 6, I think, students get suspended from my school on Friday.
Damn.
So, and for different things. It wasn't like it was one big incident that got them all. It was a variety of things. So the children are turned all the way up, and it's going to be, we're going to be limping across the finish line, but the end is in sight. I got to contribute to one of those suspensions. Like, the write-up that I did caused one of them. I had a kid, basically, like, I'm in the middle of teaching, and suddenly this water bottle goes flying across the room with smoke spewing out of it.
What?
And I was like, WTH. Only I did not say that because children. And then the room started to smell really, really strongly of like spray deodorant Axe shit.
Oh.
And this child had somehow made a smoke bomb out of an empty water bottle and deodorant Axe spray stuff. And it smelled so strong in my classroom that we had to leave and go to an empty conference room for the rest of the period. This was like 10 minutes in, too. That was exciting. I've never had someone pull that in my classroom before. But, yeah, we had a day.
Why would you do that in your classroom? Because you're going to get caught. You're going to get busted. I can almost understand kids who do like when it's class change time and there's like a billion kids in the hallway, like lighting one or dropping it or snapping it open. But doing it in the middle of class, you're going to get popped. Why? What's the point? I guess to make it smell like Axe. But
Axe is the most disgusting smell, and whoever invented it should be drawn and quartered.
Oh my gosh, my room reeked for the rest of the day, and I'm just hoping that the smell has dissipated enough to not make me gag tomorrow.
this article comes from the NBC DFW newspaper. It was published just yesterday. Vandalism ends school early for students at Frisco's Memorial High School. The school year ended 2 days early at Frisco Memorial High School after an approved senior prank turned into extensive vandalism. Cleaning crews were in the building Thursday instead of students. 3 seniors who were not in the building at the time of the damage said they are disappointed their senior year ended this way. Those 2 days were going to be our last days to say goodbye to people we may never see again. Say goodbye to our teachers that we care for so much. It's the whole class that had it just ruined because a few kids decided to vandalize the school. A prank with sticky notes placed all over the school was approved and was to be supervised by officials with the Frisco Independent School District. But the prank Wednesday night evolved into fire extinguishers sprayed throughout the building, fire alarms were pulled, Furniture was damaged, and there were thousands of dollars of damages to a wall, officials said. Frisco school officials said the final 2 days that were canceled will not be made up. They are working with families to recover personal items that were left in the school building. Pretty crazy. They had pictures from social media because, of course, these geniuses, while they were doing thousands of dollars of damage by spray painting the walls inside and shooting off, they were recording TikToks and streaming it live. A lot of these kids that were involved are very, very busted. But apparently the most of the damage happened because some of the kids were going around and shooting fire extinguishers in different rooms, and it got into the HVAC system, which shot all over the whole building, even places they weren't, which caused so much damage and such a mess that literally the last 2 days of school were canceled. My God. So I want to hear opinions. Shirley, you said you had some experience with like senior pranks gone wrong. What are your takes? What's your thoughts?
Typically, because I've been where I'm at for 16 years now, and there have been senior pranks in the past that haven't gone well. And so probably about 5 years ago, our administrators did something where they collaborate with administrators and they come up with something where they get to do, something chaotic, something fun, something unexpected, within reasons where nobody gets hurt.
The idea of I understand the thought process behind them, and I understand why people do it, but approving the senior pranks, I feel like that takes some of the wind out of the sails. Like, I don't want the school to be like burned down. I don't want damage to be done. But I feel like telling people ahead of time kind of, I don't know, takes the fun out of it.
Apparently, somebody read the whole comment about the senior prank that was pulled at my school. You see, the thing that I have, there's two problems I have with this. One, the kids are not creative anymore. My take on this is, what the fuck? You had 2 days left, and you're just going to act like an absolute stupid motherfucking moron. It's absolutely ridiculous, especially when it's like a 3-year-old school and they're like treating it like absolute trash. And they trashed it. And on top of that, it's just like they have no fear of any consequences. And like, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, could we just have like a TikTok of the person who, hey, here was what was going to be your diploma. Now here's an arrest warrant instead.
And I believe that's what's happening with several of the kids, that they are pressing charges because there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage.
Well, and even with the pressing charges, like if any of the kids who they are going to press charges against, the college that they have been accepted to finds out, and now baby ain't going to college.
Yep.
Your college acceptance is going to be rescinded, and all it's going to take is your principal to call and say, this is why we're pressing charges against this student, and that college is going to be done. I mean, I've seen colleges rescind acceptances for less than thousands of dollars in vandalism. I mean, these kids have really fucked up.
And I don't even think they give a shit that they did it, as in like, I don't think they give a shit that they're going to get in trouble. They're just like, hey, look what I got. Look how many likes I got on this fucking video. I'm just like,
They don't care when they have a parole officer.
Exactly. Is your parole officer going to give you that whole damn like thing that you need? I think what it basically comes down to is that the kids that are doing this shit can't even think past their own ass. And they don't see anything as a near consequence, don't think anything through. And in which case, I'm hoping, and this is a terrible thing for me to say, and I don't give a shit. I am really hoping that the people who are caught do get fully prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and that they have their life fucked for the rest. Because
I love it.
There it is.
Say more.
I gotta not agree 100%, but I still love you, Wayne.
I know. I love you too.
They fucked up clearly. They don't need their lives destroyed. They do need to learn a lesson. They do need to be punished, but their lives do not need to be ruined because they made a shitty choice. I bet there were 1 or 2 kids who were like, hey, I'm bringing spray paint. We're going to fuck up the school. And there are others like, I'm going to go put Post-it notes up. And then all's like, well, I can spray paint. And then it just kind of escalates because it's a huge mob. I feel like these high schoolers, I don't think they need to have their lives destroyed. I think they do need to face the consequences of their actions, even if it's just monetarily. I think if they were forced to be there for the next 2 weeks and cleaning up school and having to pay the damages, then I think that would work. But
they're definitely going to have to pay the damages. Like that's going to happen. But I think depending on what they're charged with, who attorney they hire, like all of that stuff, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be so individual. But some of those kids did ruin their life and they just don't realize it yet, because if they did enough damage to be charged with a felony,
that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
If they did enough damage to be charged with a felony and they either take a bad plea deal or go to trial and are convicted, they did just fuck up their life, because now they've got a felony on their record forever. And that's the thing that so many kids don't realize when they do this stuff, especially when they put that shit on social media.
Yeah.
I come from a family with quite a few attorneys in it, and they were prosecutors, so they would be fucking salivating over this case, because they would be like, let me get all these fucking TikToks together. Let me get this shit printed out. I'm ready for a conviction. And these kids don't realize how much they've potentially, ruined their lives for 15 minutes of fun.
The only time I feel that these kids need to deserve, like, they really have deserved the harsh consequences are the kids who do bomb threats. I feel those are the times where I really want the kids to face serious punishments for what the fuck happened. Because I know, like, last fall, there was a spree in the district my kids are in where just, like, every day more and more kids were posting to I was about to say Snapple, to Snapchat or to, like, TikTok that they're going to shoot the school, or they just saw this message that someone said they were going to blow up the whole school tomorrow during blah, blah, blah. And those kids, I think, need to be fucked. They need to realize how serious this is, and we need to nip that in the bud. But I think the main thing we need to make sure these kids understand is there's a big fucking difference between a prank, a joke, and, like, doing harm or beating the fuck out of somebody. Because a lot of these kids like, I just tripped you and you broke your nose. It was a prank, bro. Like, no, that was you just being an asshole. A prank's a joke. It's funny.
Yep.
People can see humor in it. This is you just being a violent ass. Bunny, I haven't heard you speak on this yet. What's your 2 cents?
This may be very much a me showing my age thing, but I kind of feel like it's just indicative of a larger kind of where we're at as a society. Like, we've got this whole generation that, and I mean, kids are going to do what kids are going to do. So I'm not trying to blame the kids. We've got this whole generation of parents that have swooped in and helicoptered and lawnmowered and everything else so that their kids have never had to experience unpleasant consequences. And now they don't have any concept of, like, no, there are reasons that you don't do shitty things. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a sad commentary on the state of parenting.
Snaps to that, Bunny. Snaps to that.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, guess what?
What?
We have a Patreon!
A what?
Hell yeah.
That's right. We have a Patreon. For as little to $5 to $10 a month, you can join our Patreon and get access to all kinds of extra special bonus episodes. I think at last count there was 95 or 96 in there. There's all kinds of interviews with the host, lost episodes. You get to attend special things like live streaming of our episodes where you can listen and chime in while we're recording. We have special episodes that are only for them. We also have things like a watch party. This Friday, May 27th, we are going to be doing a watch party for the movie Dazed and Confused to celebrate the very end of the year. I haven't watched this movie in a long time, but I'm excited to do a watch party. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a drinking game that goes along with it, or a token game if that's kind of your thing. We'll have instructions of the Patreon on how to tune in and watch it. I'm excited because not only is it Shirley Temper's birthday that day, I'm excited because there's going to be Produce is going to be hanging out with me and watch the movie at my place. It's going to be the shit. So I am so excited. So you guys need to come and do our watch party, but you got to be Patreon to do that. And now, the thing that's not about Patreon, it's the step bet I want to make sure everyone out there gets to know about, because we are hosting another step bet, and the warm-up week starts the day this episode comes out on May 25th. And for the step bet, it's really easy. You're essentially just challenging yourself to hit a certain step goal every day for about 6 weeks. And I know that sounds like a long time, but it's really, really good for you. You have to have some kind of fitness counter on you, like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or a Garmin thing. And what's going to happen is you download the app and you got to place a bet on yourself. And the bet we've said you're placing on yourself this time is $25. So if you hit your goal every single time, you get that $25 back. And if you win, you also get a cut of the money from everybody who dropped out. So it's a chance to motivate, to keep yourself aligned. It's really good, and you should join up. And even if you haven't signed up by the warm-up week start day on the 25th, we don't go hardcore until June 1st. And so June 1st, it's locked in and we're going. But you can start anytime between the 25th and the 31st. So come join the step bet. It's going to be amazing. Hooray! Woohoo! So, would you rather pretend you're a cat and give someone a complete tongue bath from nose to toes and everything in between? Or vomit every time you orgasm? My friends, which one would you rather do?
My God.
Does that bother
really
everybody? Throwing up doesn't bother me.
Throwing up doesn't bother, but every single time you what if you were having you were feeling a little excited, you had a little wine one night, you're having some personal time, and all of a sudden,
Honey,
your
who says
husband,
I don't have orgasms all the time? I'm fully aware of how frequently I would be throwing up, and I would still do it.
I feel like I could see Mr. Temper just walking in the bedroom like, damn it, honey, you couldn't wait. Like the sheets.
You don't know him very well then.
Sparkles, what about you?
As long as I can give the tongue bath to Mr. Sparkles.
Even the crack?
I too choose to tongue bathe Mr. Sparkles.
Even the crack?
No, I'm not tonguing his crack. Sorry, Sparkles. You're on your own there.
Well, I don't know what happened because my phone started ringing and I'm on my AirPods and I didn't hear you.
I was saying you'd give Mr. Sparkles a bath, but even the butt crack, because boys have hair in their buttholes.
Well, so do women.
I know, but theirs is gross. Ours is pretty.
So that's your final answer?
Particles back there.
That's my final answer. I'm going to give a tongue bath, but only if it's to Mr.
Blech.
Okay. Wayne, what about you?
I mean, everybody seems to think that Wayne Kurr is just into all this kinky shit, but I'm just going to tell you that Miss Kurr will be getting a ever so wonderful tongue bath.
I also choose to tongue bathe Miss Kurr.
By the way, she just heard you.
I've known her for a long time. We're golden.
Oh, Lord.
It's Bunny's
okay,
turn.
Bunny.
Everybody, it's Bunny's turn. It's Bunny's turn.
I mean, are we going with this? We get to choose who we give the tongue bath to thing?
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know. Mr. O'Hare's a fuzzy dude.
Yeah, he is.
I might go with. I'm going to have to go with the puking thing.
Yeah. Come to my side, baby.
All right, friends. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I'm thankful for all my hosts who were here today. A big thank you to Miss... I'm going to say her name slowly so she can unmute. Miss Sparkles. Miss Sparkles!
Bye, y'all.
Slams the door shut behind her. And also a big thank you to Mr. Wayne Kurr.
All right.
That's right. This Friday, and Shirley Temper.
All right, Mr. DeVille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Ooh. And last but not least, Bunny O'Hare.
It was a pleasure as always.
It was lots of fun. Thank you, friends. I'm excited about seeing you. Sign up for the step bet if you can. You've got a week to do it between now and, the 1st. It's a great time. It's a great way to take control of your health and start your summer off on a good... I don't know what I'm going to say. Start your summer off right. Ka-ching! Anyway, join the Patreon, sign up, love the dramatics, watch party this Friday. All right, friends, deep breaths, deep drinks. Cheers! Woohoo! Yay!
Cheers!
All right, friends, thanks for listening to another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I'd like to thank all of my hosts who helped me out today. Big shout out to Miss Sparkles, Miss Shirley Temper, Miss Bunny O'Hare, and of course, Wayne Kurr. It was a joy getting all of them back. It's been a while since I've had all of them, in my ears at the same time. A big thank you to Ludlam Dramatics for sponsoring us. Remember, if you need some educational theater posters, go to Ludlam Dramatics. They have some of the best stuff out there. Also, sign up for the step bet. It's amazing. Sign up for the Patreon. It makes you sexy. 98% of the time, it works 75% of the time. That's not the joke. Anyway, it's late. I'm tired. Good night, y'all. Enjoy.